Hello, hello. Hi, Stefano. Hi, Ron. Welcome back. How was your time? It was amazing. I feel like I'm tired. I think I look a little tired. It was amazing. I had a really good time. It was a really good shoot. What can I tell you guys? Before we start watching this. Well, first of all, can you hear me? You can hear me, you can see me, all of that looks right. Let me know. Yeah, it was really great. It's I'm like, what can I tell you guys? What I'm not supposed to tell you guys. It's not a happy film. It's a feature film. Not happy. It's pretty sad. A lot of sad things happen. Almost of like Shakespearean proportions. Sad things happen. But I don't know. I feel like when you're really enjoying who you're working with and I want to say enjoy the story. I don't know if I enjoyed the story, but it's like it's an important story. So I was happy to be a part of it. Everybody was amazing. Gulf Coast, Mississippi is amazing. Hey, AR. So it was like everything that I love. I like telling. I like working on features the best. I like that style of shooting the best. I like the amount of time we have with the material the best. Director was amazing. All the other actors were amazing. Story was very touching. Yes, it's touching. It's sad, but it's touching. And I was in a place I'd never been to before. So, magical. So I loved it. We did get put off by the hurricane, and now there's a new hurricane going over there. So yes. So we lost a little bit of time, but yeah, I wish I could tell you guys like all the inside baseball, but I don't think I'm supposed to. I get mad when you do that. So maybe I'll like do like secret spills on my Patreon. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it was great. I had a really great time. So I'm happy to be back. I feel like I missed everything though. Hi, what do I call you? Colonel? Hi, Colonel. I feel like I missed, yeah, it was a little sad. But it's a hard thing to explain because I don't want to be one of those people where I'm like, I love telling sad stories, because I don't. But I don't know. It felt meaningful. Oh, this all sounds so douchey. I'm not good at explaining this, you guys. I don't know. I enjoyed myself. I'll say that much. I mean, they're still filming, so it's going to be a minute. Probably next year sometime. I'm not really sure. I guess I'll find out. But yeah, they're still filming. I think tomorrow is supposed to be their last day. So I don't know how the new hurricane is going to affect what they're doing, because we got pushed off by a day just with like Hurricane Francine, which was like apparently a really teeny tiny hurricane, and this seems like a proper hurricane. So I don't know. This is not a problem I usually have to think about. This is all these hurricanes. So yeah. Hi T. Hello. So I missed a million things while I was gone. What happened? All of Polaris Dawn happened. Something else happened. Starliner came back. I think also while I was gone, like mid-September, suddenly hopping in the world of space. So I missed a lot of stuff. And so I didn't really get to see, I saw kind of like bits and pieces of like Polaris, but I didn't really get to see the whole thing. So what I thought I would do tonight is I found kind of 5 clips that I thought I would show that are like a highlight reel, I think. Where, I'm not going to sit here and watch like multiple hours of this, but I thought I was going to watch this anyway. I thought it would be fun to watch it with you guys. So, I mean, I'm sure most of you have already seen a lot of this, but, watch it with me. I got my giant tea mug. So, this is what I wanted to catch up with. This is what I would be doing on a Thursday night anyway. So I'll do it with you guys. Okay. How does this work? Let's do a little bit of share screen and we'll look at the first clip, which I'm not going to watch the launch because I don't really care that much about it. It worked. It was a good launch. But what I'd like to do is watch the first spacewalk. Let's get this full screen. We'll watch Jared's spacewalks. Now, Jared did one and Sarah did one. So I'm going to watch Jared's first. And this YouTube channel has like a 9-minute version of it. So I thought we would start with that once I get my ears in.
If you just jumped in, we are 38 minutes into today's spacewalk, and the hatch is open on Dragon.
Can you guys
First
hear
view
this?
from a helmet cam, looking out.
Let me know.
SpaceX, we see it stalled. EV1 is go to continue.
That structure you see there is
for egress. EV1, I'm transitioning back from under the displays.
Yes,
SpaceX
thank you.
copies, we're with you in your helmet cam.
Thank you. So, like this
Once
helmet
again,
cam?
this helmet cam, that structure we see is
Did I know there was going to be a helmet
spacewalker.
cam? I must
This is
have.
Jared now egressing through the forward hatch of Dragon Resilience.
You can hear them? Okay, good. Okay, good. Thanks, guys.
These are the first views
Yeah.
of the first ever commercial spacewalk.
I'm liking this. This is like a very clear helmet cam.
Progressing.
I can't hear it as well. I'm going to turn it up a little bit.
I have a feeling the crowd is about to go wild.
Good call.
Oh, look at that.
The SpaceX.
Oh,
Back
it's
at home, we all
great.
have a lot of work to do, but from here, Earth sure looks like a perfect world.
What did he say? It looks like we all have a lot of work to do, but Earth looks like a perfect world.
Nice, SpaceX.
Nice. Someone thought about that in advance. Oh no. Stand by. Oh, because we're switching cameras.
Single-handed mobility demonstration.
Commander Jared Isaacman now emerging
Copy, we're with
from
you in test matrix 1, watching from the nose cone.
Oh, I love it.
Up, down, left, and right are 3s. Pitch and roll are 3. Yaw is a 2. Switching. Single-handed operations are fine.
I mean, yeah, they didn't disappoint. Didn't we say this? These views were going to be amazing.
Switching to left hand.
How crazy. Do you think you get that sinking feeling when you do this? You know, sometimes if you stand in really, really high places, you stand, you look over, your stomach drops. Do you get that here? Do you get that in space?
Pitch is a 4. Roll is a 2. Yaw is a 2.
So these are the suit mobility checks that Jared is
Single-handed
performing.
operations, dynamic and with disturbance are all adequate. Test matrix 1 complete.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I talked about this in my video. This is like a kind of suit they want. They feel like they'll have the ability to mass produce later. So like when we need lots of spacesuits on the moon and Mars, this is the model that they're thinking about using.
Crew ops, Jack. EV1's good. Good.
Yeah, completely. Completely. Yeah, so I'm like, do you get those
translation?
very high feelings that you get when you're like top of the Empire State Building looking down? Do you have that, or is it just completely different? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious. Or is it a sensation that like they're like, oh, it's a different sensation that we can't even describe to you guys unless you've done it? And not a lot have done it. Oh, it's getting dark. Oh, but they have a light. You think? That's interesting. Or do you not? Because I know some people say that when they're really high, what scares them is if they look over, they feel the pull. They feel the pull to go over. Like, do you feel a pull or no? Because there's no gravity. I don't know. I don't know.
Mobility aid. At the midpoint, you have good video.
We just lost our live video, but stand by 1 minute.
Okay, switching over to max reach, switching to. Copy that, SpaceX. I'm holding up at the max reach.
Yeah, I don't particularly have that feeling, but I've heard
Anyone,
other
go ahead
people
and
describe it. I
continue the
really like heights
operation.
a lot. I
We'll
feel
let you know we're
very
back on with live video.
calm up there, but I've heard some people be like, "Oh, no, I feel the pull immediately, so that's why I hate it."
Copy that. And for your awareness,
Yep.
max reach, let you 8, and the mid bar. Next test matrix 2 is complete. HUD readout, 5.3 PSI, 33.9 Celsius, 50% RH.
Copy. Test matrix complete and HUD readout.
Is he going to leave? Does he leave?
Through object.
Does he like let go and go off on the tether? Did that happen on this or no?
Stepping into
I
test
feel like I
matrix
didn't see
3,
photos of that if that happened.
And
hands-free demonstration.
EV1 SpaceX for ingress time.
Go SpaceX.
Recommended ingress time of O2 flow plus 7 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe your brain just is like, I cannot compute this.
Copy that.
Oh, he
Ingress
doesn't?
Time, 7 minutes.
How
And
come?
Dragon, we're back on live video.
'Cause that was
from
the
nose
plan,
cone.
right?
Copy that, SpaceX.
I mean, he's pretty floaty though, you guys. This is pretty floaty. Oh. Hey kid, welcome in.
And SpaceX EV1,
I see the tether.
I would say the hands-free demonstration is very comparable to the trainer in terms of the foot restraints.
SpaceX copies. And EV1, when you have time, if you'd like to return to the reach demonstration, we'll take a look at that with the live video.
Oh, okay.
Copy that. Test matrix 3 is complete. The HUD readout is 5.3 PSI, 47% RH, 33.8 Celsius. And
But that
stepping
was
back
the
into
plan,
max
like the
reach.
original, not, I mean, I don't know how many of these walks they actually do, but I thought the plan was that they were going to, he was going to like super float out there, or both of them were.
And let's get a quick crew op check. EV1 said, "82 said, I'm good."
I probably have a lot of reading to do about this
Copy that.
as well.
Okay, max reach, whether it's left or right hand, seems to be about the same. Top of the mobility aid, and then the mid row.
Copy, we see it.
Checking up from the bottom. Any go back, SpaceX?
Negative. We got about 1 minute until EV1 ingress.
Copy that, 1 minute.
So enjoy yourself, Jared.
It's gorgeous.
Darkness, right? Everyone would say darkness. No? Ooh, I like this
EV1,
helmet
check out your
cam.
helmet cam now.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Well, I'm checking out your nose cone right now.
Yeah,
And
I cannot imagine. I cannot
pretty good.
imagine.
Copy, we'll return to nose cone. See you looking at us.
Oh, I'm loving this camera. Yes. They all must have one of
coming
these.
Up about that O2 flow timer time. Crew check for ingress. EV1 did. Washington. All right. SpaceX EV1. That's for the huge team effort that it took to get us to this point. We know it's just the start.
Yay.
And I'm transitioning back into the vehicle.
Okay, so that was Jared. I'll stop screen on that. That's Jared. Then this is going to be Sarah's.
Like we mentioned, Sarah will be performing the same set of mobility tests. So we will do the same.
There was
try to
no
stand by
intention
and
for them
listen
to just be tethered? Is this true? SpaceX animators lie to us. I mean, I get it. I'm not like mad about it, but you know, it did look cool. I don't know. I mean, I know that's why they're testing stuff out.
I mean, I said it
yeah, how it
before,
feels.
a
I
lot
know
of
they've
us
done a
work
ton
here
of
'cause
press
we
since
wanna
they
do
got back,
this.
none of which I've seen. So I don't know. I probably should have
Really cool
done
to see
a
one of
little
our
bit of
own
reading
out there.
before I
That's
started the
awesome.
stream, but here we are.
And EV2 for awareness, we're watching from the nose cone.
Go, Sarah, go.
Copy all.
She is a bit quiet to me.
I would say in all three translation axes, I'm having certainly cross-coupled movements. Forward, back, I am inducing a bit of a roll. Similarly with left, right, and up, down, a bit of a pitch, but all are achievable. Rating is 3.
I feel like for Sarah, this must be kind of the coolest / weirdest because she's the one who helped all these other SpaceX astronauts learn to use their suit,
Rise
work
to
in their suit,
3.
train all these other astronauts specifically with the suit. And now she's the one in the suit out
Roll
there,
to 4.
you know, doing it all herself. And so it must be just like a crazy switcheroo.
And pitch is a 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yay. It's not just for me. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would definitely say some embarrassing stuff, I'm sure. Like, the hatch would open. I'd be like, holy smokes, you guys. Be like, sorry, what was that? Nothing. No, they're such pros.
EV,
Source from left hand. Stepping into vertical translation.
SpaceX copies. And EV2 for awareness, we're tracking an ingress time at O2 flow, 5-9 minutes.
Copy, 5-9 minutes.
Oh, is she going back? This is it? I thought you didn't know what
Horizontal
time.
bars are definitely preferred.
I mean, floating around, right? But I think, again, it's just like those animations where, like, you know, they'll be attached by this tether and then they'll just be like, oh, out there in space. Which it doesn't look like that happened. But I mean, it's a new suit, right? It's a new suit. Like, we get what we get, right? Yeah.
Clear for both left and right.
The joint that I think is really cool is this shoulder joint. Like, the mobility they have here is super different than how the NASA suits used to be. Or are, rather.
Copy from bar 4 to bar 2. From top down. And similar reach from bar 2 up to bar 4.
SpaceX copies reach.
And
yeah, that's a good point.
test matrix 1 complete.
And it's not like I doubt, you know, like, you wimps, you didn't hang on by just the tether, you know. It's like they know what they're doing. They know if that's the move or not.
Copy, stepping into test matrix 2.
Have we rotated
Like
so
we mentioned
much that we've
before,
lost the
views going
signal?
in and out due to those ground station coverage gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we comms
Repeating
are
some of the same.
Comms are through satellites, but we've got ground stations for video on Dragon. As you can see in the tracker, we just flew over New Zealand. We're about to go right over the middle of the Pacific. No ground stations in the middle of the Pacific.
Oh.
Actually pretty good.
So does that mean there's not any more video of Sarah's? Engineering machine. Your fellow engineer. I know,
We're hearing
right?
the voice
Like,
of
that's
mission
Sarah.
specialist Sarah
Crazy.
Gillis, our fellow SpaceXer on her spacewalk.
She's got about a minute left, and then she's going to start heading inside. And
Let's see if with a little more work, I can actually get between almost bar 1 and bar 4 on max reach.
SpaceX copies.
Zing. Look at these coverage gaps, Elon. Disappointing.
and you could see the Earth dark, and we flew into like an
All
orbital.
right, and test matrix to kind of combine them. So we'll call
It would have
that
been crazy
complete.
though if she had like just started to separate from the spacecraft and was doing the tether, and it was just when we lost the, you know, there was a gap.
SpaceX
We'd be like,
copies,
oh,
matrix complete,
oh.
and HUD readout.
Step engine to hands-free demo.
Supposedly.
I'm able to engage and disengage my feet.
Copy that, DV2.
This
And
video just has a
once
few more
you are
minutes.
able to engage, disengage, we'll actually have you start ingress for just over 5-9 minutes O2 flow.
Copy. With that, EV2 is proceeding with ingress. Pre-check for ingress.
EV1's good.
EV2 is good.
Good.
14 good. Copy. Coming on in.
Okay, well, I mean, it sounds like aside from, you know, no sort of lost
All right,
in
and
space
just like
tether,
that,
it
Sarah's going to
seems
start
like
making her way in.
both walks went well. Yeah, she's doing the ingress now.
Check those hatch seals again.
SpaceX copies on striker plates. And EV2, I have one more ask for the hatch, if you can check that out as well when ready to copy.
Race.
They're like, we get a video of the guy talking to her.
Copy. And EV2, what I'll have you do is when you ingress, can you get eyes on the hatch handle mechanism and see if the handle has been stowed in the do not stow window, and report if you can see that?
Check it. I think it's just outside.
Copy, just outside. Thank you.
Just outside the range.
I'm just going to scrub through this a little bit just to see if we see Sarah anymore.
And for awareness, I do see a couple of those same points bulging again between 12 and 13.
I don't think we do, so I think I'm going to move on
Copy, your go
to
to.
the next clip that I have.
No, mostly between 12 and 13 right
I'm
now.
not going to see Sarah go in.
SpaceX copies at 12. If you can.
Okay, so this is what I think I'm going to go to the next one that I have lined up, which is a video from the YouTube channel Video from Space, where they did like a good question. Good question. Well, maybe this next video might be helpful then, because they talk about some of the experiments, and apparently they have a little bit of a spacewalk time lapse, but they talk for about 5 or 6 minutes about some of the experiments they're doing, and all 4 of them, it's like a video call about that all 4 of them are in. And it looked interesting, so
Hello and welcome to the Dragon spacecraft. You are here with the Polaris Dawn crew.
Can you guys hear this one okay?
My name is Anna Menon. I am one of the mission specialists and the medical officer for our mission. This is Kid Poteet. He is
Anna
our
and Sarah,
pilot.
like, you know what's overrated in
Jared
space, guys?
Isaacman is our mission
Ponytail
commander, and
holders.
Sarah Gillis
Overrated.
is our
Not
mission
needed.
specialist. And we are so excited to talk to you today about some of the science and research we are doing
I
on
think
board
it's
here.
pretty
We've had
quick. I
a
covered this in my
full
video. I just can't
complement of
remember
research
exactly
and
how much time it is
action-packed schedule
run.
for this mission.
Let me
We've
think
had
about it. Maybe it'll come
about
back to me. I
40
definitely
science and
mentioned this in
research
my video when I
experiments that we
covered
have
this
been
mission.
tackling, and they span all sorts of genres, and we're really excited to talk to you about a few of them today. So to kick us off, I will start telling you about some of the ones that I love. So right here, what you see, this is a butterfly ultrasound device. And
this is
it's really
Anna
neat
Menyon, who's
because
the
it can
medical
work with like
officer.
an iPhone or an iPad or just any sort of like tablet device. And so it's really portable and you can take it anywhere, even to space. And you're able to actually image all sorts of different pieces of the body and get really good diagnostics through it. So we've been using it for a whole bunch of different experiments, measuring our different veins. We've been measuring our bladder. We've been measuring our like kidneys and liver and a lot of different pieces of the body. So it's been really interesting, and we're excited to see what we learn from all the data. Then this right here is another type of ultrasound device. This is a novel 3-dimensional ultrasound, or the optic nerve sheath. That's a portion of the eye. And what's really interesting about this is it gives us insight into the fluid shifts and the eye issues that plague astronauts when they go to microgravity. And so scientists are really interested in the changes that happen to this optic nerve sheath. And this 3-dimensional ultrasound,
I don't believe in ponytail holders in space.
Technology. You can use it and it gives you really efficient, good images of that sheath. So hopefully we'll learn a lot more about those vision changes. And I'll hand it over to Kid to take it from here.
Yeah, the vision changes in space, I think, are so interesting. And Scott Kelly talked about that a lot in his book.
That I really enjoyed participating in.
It's
off,
very interesting.
The Leo plant. This was created by the U.S. Air Force Academy, which is near and dear to my heart. I was assigned there many moons ago as one of the commanders of the cadets.
And this is Scott Kidd, who's the pilot.
What these cadets have created is a casing that holds different plants, and we've been imaging these plants on a daily basis to see what the impact of zero gravity is on this plant. And then one other experiment that we completed today is an airway assessment. So one of the big concerns is the fluid shift up here at zero gravity. We can really feel the effect as soon as we were on orbit, and you can kind of see it in our faces. So one of the concerns with long duration space flight is to be able to triage in case of an emergency. And one of the first basic steps is airway assessment. So we volunteered to do some imaging of our airway.
Scott said he stopped wearing his glasses, like, I forget, like a month in, 2 months in, something like that, and he didn't need them the rest of the time he was at ISS for that year. Just didn't need his glasses anymore. I think he also said they thought at the time it was like the blood vessels are less restricted, so more blood goes through them, and that might have something to do with why the vision was getting better, but that was just what he talked about in the book. I don't know if that's true anymore.
What happened to the airway passage.
But he said shortly after he got back to Earth, he had to wear his glasses again. But just up there, it was like, nope, no thanks.
And I'll pass it off to our commander.
Hey everyone. So I'm pretty excited about this experiment right here. This is a Tempest Pro, also called our ambulance in a box. So, if you believe in SpaceX's vision of making life multiplanetary, that we're going to have thousands of starships in space someday, tens of thousands of people, we're on Mars and we're exploring our solar system, it's pretty cool. But those are some pretty long journeys, and hospitals aren't very close by. So we have to be able to bring diagnostic tools into space with us and then be able to beam that information back home to the flight surgeons. So just yesterday, we hooked up all sorts of cables to this. So blood pressure, SpO2, respiration, EKG leads, and basically we're able to capture a number of vital signs and test it out. And then today we actually did a full-blown medical simulation of what could be a very likely medical situation that could develop after an EVA, and then was able to beam a lot of this information home via Starlink to the flight surgeons in mission control. So I really am excited about it because it's
That's
this
cool.
kind of technology that's going to be needed, to kind of further humankind's ambitions to explore among the stars. And I'll turn it over to Sarah, our mission specialist.
Hey everyone. So we've been doing also, as Anna mentioned, a lot of research into
Also, I'm just wondering as a girl, like, what if your hair gets caught in stuff
I've got a couple
in the
of devices
spaceship
here,
while your hair's like this?
see,
You know,
and
that's like a girl question where I'm
floating
like,
away
you're
from
just
me.
like, my hair's caught.
And peopleometer here. But we've been collecting data kind of every day, looking at the changes in our vision over time and space. We also have an experiment from CU Boulder that we did shortly after arriving on orbit, where you actually put a contact lens into your eye to monitor the pressure change over time.
In
There's
space?
a picture of Jared. He has the contact
Oh,
lens in his
yeah,
eye
I
that's
remember
sending
reading about
pressure
this.
data over 24
These
hours
crazy
to a
contacts
sensor.
they're wearing.
But he really looked like a rogue space pirate with his eye patch kind of covering it, so he didn't have to have some vision changes from that lens. But it was quite a look up here for the faded pirate.
Definitely. I would do it. I would totally do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. That is just a brief insight into
Yeah, and like
the wealth
like
of
these air
science and
pockets in
research that
between
we've
the
been doing up
vertebrae,
here.
like
We
Scott
are
Kelly
so excited to
came
gather
back
as much
and he
data as
was
we
like,
can for these scientists
I don't
back
know,
on Earth
2
so that we can
inches
learn
taller than his
together
twin
and
brother.
contribute to our collective
Mark
future
Kelly,
for the
and they were the
future
same size
human space
when he left.
exploration and
And
on
he
Earth
came
as
back
well.
and he was taller. He
So
eventually went back to his regular height, but
we'll
like,
talk to you soon.
what?
Thanks. Bye.
SpaceX. Back at home,
Lost
we
my
all have a
contacts
lot
in
of work to
space.
do, but for
Okay,
here,
and so I think this is then just a
first
replay
looks
of
like a
Jared's
perfect
spacewalk. And people being happy about that. Okay, and then I've got this one when they come back. This is another, I was gonna say, this is News from Space, another YouTube channel that did kind of like a little 8-minute. This is them coming home super speed. Oops. How about play the video, Marion?
Standing by for a splashdown of the Polaris Dawn crew.
Splash.
And there you can see.
SpaceX copies, we see spot.
I do like watching it live because it's exciting, but it's also really nice to watch it knowing it all worked out. It is very like, as it should be. I'll calmly drink my tea.
Welcome back to planet Earth, Polaris Dawn.
SpaceX recovery team now moving into place to begin the process of strapping the Dragon capsule up with the necessary rigging in order to lift it onto the recovery vessel.
The recovery teams have been ready and waiting about 3 nautical miles away. So it's going to take them just about 30 minutes to make their way to Jared, Kid, Sarah, and Anna, who are currently inside of the Dragon capsule that you see there on your screen. Back here, home
is the crew that will begin. Yeah, you can see with the
Yeah, these are sort of like these jump edits of them going over to go get it.
Detection device.
It's crazy. Look at that thing.
Yeah, they
You were in
will
space.
attach to the Dragon capsule to get a little closer. And we can see that they have respirators on. This helps ensure that if there are any lingering vapors, that they will not be exposed to those.
Nominal rigging in progress, approximately
I like
2
these
5
blue
minutes
lights in the water.
until capsule lifts.
Yeah, I
Stand by
mean,
for
right?
PMC.
They're like, it's not that hard, you guys. I don't know what all the fuss was about.
2 5 minutes for capsule lift, and glad all the checkouts are good.
All right.
But I
Great
think
news
it's just
there,
also I mean,
from
they're just
letting us
selling
know,
space
and you
so
can
well,
see
right? It's
that
just
the
it's
crew
like the
members
coverage
have
and the shots that they're
basically taken
getting and
off their
whatever. Like they're
respirators, allows
making
them
it
to work a little bit
super
more efficiently.
21st
Also
century
heard that the
tastic,
crew
right? They're
will have
just like
Dragon
their
selling the
SpaceX or
crap out of
PMC?
it, which I'm not mad
PMC
about.
standing for Private Medical Conference. So this is an opportunity to check in with.
I would like to try and do the PMC in 10 minutes, 10 minutes, looking for crew to be okay with that wait. It's for capsule lift.
There they go.
It's probably warm water, Kate.
Yeah, you know what? Sea creatures love warm water too, in my head.
They're not gonna
Yeah.
hurt you.
We can see the Dragon capsule now coming out of the water.
I think also
First
too, just
view
the idea of like,
that well-loved
I don't
heat
know.
shield
Yeah, I
at
mean, it
the
is almost
bottom
kind of looking at it from
the
an
Dragon resilience vehicle.
yeah, like you're just constantly sort of selling this program. So
Dragon
you're
now
just
completely
shooting the
out of the
crap out of
water,
it, you know? So you're just like
and
every
will be
angle, every,
lowered
just shooting,
onto
rather
that
than kind of that
cradle
standard
there.
NASA, like up it goes. Okay, we lost it. All right, well, and here it comes back. Okay, like they're just, it's very, yeah, it's just kind of a different way of sort of filming these
Once the
missions and
Dragon
covering these
capsule is
missions, every
lowered,
part of
we
these
will see
missions.
the
And
recovery
yeah,
team, who are obviously out of the way for safety reasons at this point in time. But once the capsule is translated and secured, we'll see them begin to hose it down with fresh water. As we reuse these capsules, we want to try and minimize the effects of corrosion, which of course happen due to salt water. So we will actually begin to see not only that basin where the main parachutes were located, that will get
it's a land
rinsed out, as
spaceship.
well as the
A friend of
inbound
mine has a
capsule.
Tesla. The first time I got into it, that monitor that's on the front, I was like, this
The crew is now on the recovery vessel,
like
probably
flying
their
enterprise
first moment of a little bit more stability.
thought. I mean, now
getting back on
there's obviously bells and whistles that are really fun about it, but it was so big the first time I saw it. I'm like, are you
The
kidding me with
Dragon
this?
capsule now being moved toward the central part of the ship. You can see there.
Yeah, totally. All of it,
there
right?
are
Like,
some
yeah,
SpaceX
just like
crew
and
members
and
also
drones
wearing
and just
respirators
like
once
all of
again,
it.
as we will perform the final hypergolic safety
I mean, I
sniffing
know, but
tests. As I mentioned earlier, beginning to
yeah,
spray the Dragon
I don't think
capsule
people will
down with
forget. I don't
fresh
think you can ever
water
really
to
forget.
try
And
and
obviously, that
rinse
played a
that
big
salt
part
water
into
off
their
of the
decision with
metallic
Starliner, right?
components.
To not have those astronauts aboard because they were
And
thinking
super
about
exciting,
Apollo
we can
1 and
see that
more
the crew
specifically
is
Challenger and
now
Columbia.
prepping the Dragon capsule for the crew
Yeah.
egress. And there is,
I mean, it
they're
seems
going
to be Tin
removing their
Man.
harnesses, removing any equipment out of the way to ensure that they are safe to step out of their seats.
Who's coming out
and egress
first?
The Dragon capsule.
Who's that? Oh, that's the crew. I was like, who is that?
It's some tough maneuvering.
Yeah, it is. It is tight in there, guys.
Mission specialist.
Look at all those
Karen
Tesla
Menon.
screens they have.
There she is.
Is that Anna?
Hello,
Some big
SpaceXer.
waves. Yes.
So happy. I love this. So excited.
Yeah, I mean, you used to be thrilled. Like you
Welcome
went
back
up,
to
it
Earth,
worked.
Anna.
You came back in one piece. You're like, ha ha, king of the world.
SpaceX team.
Oh yeah,
assisting her
definitely.
to
I
make
would.
sure
I mean,
that
I would be
she
all
doesn't
about
hit the
this,
side
and I
hatch
would
in any
still
way.
be like, yeah, it's a healthy fear, healthy
So
fear.
much excitement.
That's
Our
Sarah.
second SpaceXer
Hi,
to fly
Steven.
in
Thank
space.
you.
Mission specialist Sarah Gillis
Ladies
back
first.
on Earth.
Yeah. They're like, I really have to pee. You have to let me out right now.
So cool to see her. Now egressing is our.
But also, I
pilot,
think it's like,
Kid Poteet.
captain goes down with the ship, like commander leaves last, right? Like that's the move.
I would
think that's
bet
the move.
good money that we're gonna see some thumbs up once Kid exits. It's pretty cool to see that they are coming out, standing up on their own 2 feet and walking off.
SpaceX, Dragon, this is the final call. Sign up.
Look at this casual dude right here. And like this, everyone else is like in their SpaceX outfits. Look at my guy
That's
over
pretty
here on the
great.
right, just in his like
I think
casual,
that
his
move should be
Sunday
added
easy
to
going, chill out,
the
hang out
required
shirt.
choreography for human spaceflight missions. You know, we have the
Jared's
astronaut
just a
lean back
gentleman.
when
He's
they
just being
approach
a space
their
gentleman.
rocket on launch day. The kid shuffle, I think, should be the next one for post egress. We heard Jared get one last call out on the loops before egressing himself.
They sure did. Yeah, and I think the girls, it's the farthest any woman has been in space. I think the girls hit that record as well.
The final Polaris
So, I mean, yeah,
Dawn
it
crew
seems
member
like, I mean, I'm sure I'll
egressing
watch some interviews, read some more
Dragon
articles, but it seems
Resilience.
like pretty successful all the way around.
Commander Jared Isaacman.
High fives, high fives. Okay. So that's Jared. So
Our
that's them
second
coming back. So the
frequent
last
flyer
thing
in
I wanted to show you guys, if you haven't already seen it, was this Sarah playing the violin in space. Did you guys hear about this? Apparently, nobody has ever played the violin in space. And Sarah knows how to play violin because apparently she can do everything. And they played a piece of music, I think, from Star Wars, some piece of music from Star Wars, and they coordinated it with a bunch of orchestras that are all around the globe. That's where they were playing in tandem together. So I thought that looked really cool. So I thought we could listen to that. If they came out in different attire, dead casual pajamas. The girls have curlers in their hair. They're wearing slippers. Somebody's smoking. No, yeah, that would be really funny. Okay, so yes, so let's watch this little pretty piece of music. And let me know if you guys can hear it, if it's too quiet.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah's a boss. Yeah, I know, right? Yes, this is why I like it. I feel like it's good for my soul. Hey, Johnny, howdy.
Welcome aboard the Dragon spacecraft.
Can you guys hear
I'm
her?
Sarah Gillis, one of the Polaris Dawn crew members. As we travel around our beautiful planet Earth on this 5-day mission, we wanted to share this special music moment with you. Bringing together global talent, this performance symbolizes unity and hope, highlighting the resilience and potential of children everywhere. Here is Ray's theme by John Williams, brought
Ray's
to you
theme,
from
okay.
the stars.
I totally remember that guy. That was awesome. Oh, this is cool. Okay. But also, like, I have a lot of questions about playing a violin in space. Is this crazy different for her? Like, doesn't gravity affect how you play a violin? And so, what? Agreed. Is that true? Is that true, Stephen? these guys' outfits. Is all this true? I knew nothing of this. Oh. Amazing. Amazing. Well, let's see. How did it do? Oh, there's her with everybody. How did this video do? 86,000 views. I mean, it's not viral, but it's not nothing, right? So yeah, that's basically what I had. No gravity assist on the boat. Oh, okay. Yes, I think it's the pressure. That's the thing that was. I gotta get new earbuds. These things always fall out. That was the thing that not that I know anything about playing the violin, but the pressure is what I was like, are you, and you can't like practice that. So that's what I had questions about. It was awesome. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's super cool. Well, I loved it. So yeah, that's basically what I have. Unless you guys have any other suggestions of any other part of this that I missed or that you thought was. Let me stop screen on that. But that's kind of what I had lined up as far as what to see on Polaris Dawn. So I have a lot of questions that I think I should look up and answer. But I think I was tempted to kind of do something similar for Starliner, but it seems like it just landed and it was fine, right? Like there's nothing really to see. I mean, you guys tell me, but it seemed like that's basically it. Thank you. No, thanks for watching with me. Yeah, I'm like, you guys have seen all of this. No one cares, but but I was like, I'm watching it anyway. I just got back. I still haven't even unpacked yet, you guys. So I just kind of wanted to get caught up with some stuff. But I'm going to probably record tomorrow, maybe, and hopefully have a video out next Tuesday. And then yeah, I should be back to my regularly scheduled program. So I think I'll call it. Yeah, no, thanks for watching with me. Thank you for the welcome back. It's good to be back. I had such a good time. It was definitely shooting features is kind of like film camp. Like you make friends with a bunch of people and they're like your besties while you're there. And then you're like, okay, bye. Keep in touch. Are we going to see each other again? But it's just I had a lot of fun. So I think part of me needs to have like the come down from, from that experience as well. Thanks, AR. You're welcome, Stephen. Is there a Crew 9 launch on Saturday? I don't know anything, you guys. I'm so behind. I'll take a look. Maybe. Possibly. Content is just content. Yeah, that's true. Okay, but yes, I will keep in touch. I'll, get back on my community tab, post things that I'm going to do. But yes, I should have a video up Tuesday morning, as always. Oh, it's pending. Oh, wait. But I thought that's all been postponed because of the hurricane. No? Yes? I feel like that's what I heard. But I guess, yeah, we'll see. So thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me, watching Polaris with me. And I'll be in the chat with you guys on Tuesday morning next, if not sooner, for some unknown reason that I'm going to find about on the internet. All right, guys, have a good night, everybody.